Hi friends, and welcome to Starry Hilder's Off-Grid Homestead. Today we are going to be walking you through solar battery maintenance, and we're just doing some real simple maintenance today, checking our battery water levels, adding some distilled water, and what we really wanted to share with you is how easy it is to maintain these lead acid batteries. A lot of misconceptions out there about how difficult it is to maintain these solar batteries and they only last for a couple of years. All misconceptions and just plain made up fluff. So today we're going to show you firsthand what we do and some of the simple things that you need, and it doesn't cost a lot either. But one of the things to discuss also is a little battery chemistry, because you really should understand what type of batteries are out there and some of the materials that they're made with, of subcategories when it comes to lead acid batteries. There's lead calcium and there's lead antimony. There's a big difference, because lead calcium, they sound really great because they're really low maintenance, almost maintenance free. What they do, because lead is soft, it's a soft metal, they have to add something to that metal to make it stronger for the batteries. So they add calcium. And calcium is great because it aids in preventing water loss. Thus, you don't have to go through what we're going to show you right now. So they really are low maintenance. But you give up a couple things. A lead calcium battery, if you discharge it below a certain rate, usually 75% of full, you can permanently damage that battery. And the other thing is, you have a lead calcium battery and you have a lead antimony battery. Say they're the same size. Lead antimony batteries can store up to 3 times the amp hours. That's a big deal when you're storing up amp hours and you're living off the grid. Very, very important. So you see, there really is a difference. We went with the antimony batteries because even though there's a little bit of maintenance and there is some water loss with that, we were getting this stored amp hours, and the discharge, daily discharge, is much higher. So the risk of damaging these batteries permanently, you know, if you know how to monitor these batteries and maintain them, and I'll show you how simple it is, you're not going to have to risk permanent damage, which is a higher risk with the calcium batteries. So big difference. We have L16 lead antimony batteries, and these are 6-volt batteries. You can have 4-volt or 6 volts, and the maintenance is going to be pretty much the same. And the other key point Mr. Hilder always likes to point out is he really likes the lead antimony compared to the gel ones and these lead calcium ones, because you can visually see. You can look in and look at the plates. You can see the water level. So for maintenance, it gives you a really good sense of control and peace, because you can look it up and visualize and see exactly what is going on with those batteries. And when you go off the grid and you buy and invest in batteries like this, you want to know what's going on with them. Okay, so let's get started. Maintenance for lead acid batteries, you're going to need some distilled water. Cheap, okay, cheap. Then what we recommend is getting a good funnel. And we just have a car funnel from my Subaru. It's nice and long. We like that it's nice and long because it actually protects us when we open up our cells.
And you can get in amongst your cables real easy with this long neck.
Exactly.
It's very easy. You just put it in there. Don't smash it down in and ding your lead cells up. Just stick it down in there at an angle. This is easy. I've got it pre-measured up to this line.
And this may take some time for you friends at home to figure out what pre-measurement you need for your lead acid batteries. But you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure it out. Then what Mr. Hilder does, he simply puts the distilled water down the funnel.
And it comes up to the exact same level every time, because they're all down the same amount.
So when you're checking your lead acid batteries, he's going to show you there's a plate in there. That plate needs to be covered with the distilled water. If you open up your cells and you see that it's dry,
whoa,
that's not good.
That's why
it's not good.
In the beginning, you're going to be super paranoid.
Yes, you will be.
But don't let those things go dry. Be paranoid. It's a good thing.
Right, exactly.
And check those batteries once a month. And then you'll, over time, you know, it may take a year, you'll become in tune with how your batteries are using water.
Exactly.
It's very easy.
Yes.
This is not scary rocket science like everybody says. Oh, and this takes hours. So far, I've been 5 minutes, and I'm almost halfway done.
We're halfway through, and we've got 16.
So I'm going to hurry up with this so I can get back and play on the computer. That's really important, you know.
We've got 16 of our lead acid batteries, and they will take less than 20 minutes to fill with the distilled water. Check the levels. Are doing each cell. You have to keep checking that cell with a flashlight. So have a good flashlight handy and make sure that you are checking each cell before and after. Find this out as the seasons revolve. The summer we find that the batteries are on a nice even, I don't know, what do you call it? A nice even flow.
A nice even water usage rate, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. And then we also find that when we turn on the generator,
like in the wintertime?
In the wintertime, that does change things too. So you will learn this as you go. It's, again, not difficult, but this is the bulk of the maintenance for lead acid batteries. It's amazing. 20 minutes, that's it. I like it. It really is easy. And this is the other thing. I want to kind of debunk a myth here, because some people, they talk about battery maintenance and how expensive it is. Okay, we're going to go through how expensive it is. You will need distilled water. We use 2.5 gallons, and it's 99 cents for a gallon. So that kind of broke the bank. And you're going to need a very long-necked funnel. We used our Napa funnel, and this cost me $3. And you also need some type of measuring cup. Oh, look at canning jar. So you don't have to use a canning jar, but just know you're going to need a measuring cup, and you know that's only going to cost you a couple bucks. And probably the most expensive item is going to be a really good flashlight, and we like these Through Nights. This is an Archer 2A V3, and we like it because really super bright. Look at that, how bright it is. And when you're checking those cells, it's really going to be important so you can see what's in there. The other thing is we're going to do another video teaching you people how to check the specific gravity. Very, very important. And hopefully we'll be having more solar videos to help you new off-gridders with your setup. Like I said, you don't have to be a brain surgeon. No, you can just be a simple starry hilder. All right, God bless.